All right, you guys, welcome to our first ever film podcast here. It is unnamed. We're kind of going between that right now. We have a very important guest, Belal Muhammad, and my co-host, Zade. You'll be seeing a lot of us. So introduce yourselves, you guys.
Yeah, man. It's Zade Hussein here with my boy Jourdain, and then we have the pleasure of having our boy Belal on as our first guest, which is always amazing, brother. It's always good to have you on.
Glad to be here. It's an honor to be your guys' first guest. We were just talking for like 3 hours about nothing, so now we can just do that online.
No, we're just going to do it for you guys. I think we first want to get into you, Belal. You're our guest, our first guest, so you're very outspoken about your beliefs. Congratulations on your new daughter, by the way.
Oh, thank you, brother.
New purpose to fight, right?
Honestly, it's life-changing. It just makes... before, it would be like my happy place was going to the gym, just training, working, and grinding. Then it was like, now there's a different one. Now it's like I know what I'm going to the gym for. Before it was just like to prove everybody wrong and to like win. Now it's like I'm fighting for someone. Now I'm fighting for her to see me win. I'm fighting for her future. Like
that's a scary thing, by the way. He had a chip on his shoulder. That was his motivation. That was for you guys. Now this is his blood, his princess, her future, like you said. That's beautiful.
Girl dad. So, like the feeling of the girl dad. I mean, have you been getting sleep? I mean, I know we got the fight coming up. How's it been?
That's the thing. For myself, I know what I'm fighting for. So like the sleep doesn't really matter to me. Like, luckily I'm blessed where my wife will just take care of her. She'll, all right, you're in camp. You're good with to go. But like the girl dad thing, my mentor growing up was Lewis Taylor, and he had 2 daughters. And like when they were still babies, he would bring them to the gym all the time. Because when we first started, he was coming to the gym with me, and he'll bring the daughters with him. So like I had the opportunity of seeing how he was with his daughters the whole time as they grew up, and now they're 16 and 17. So like my career is like based off of like him following his footsteps. Now like he's like one of the best dads that I know. So like for me, I'm gonna raise them up to be like raise my daughter up to be exactly how he raises girls up, and inshallah it'll be a blessing.
Shout out to Lou. Big energy here. We have him here every weekend. He's great. So Lou, if you're watching this, maybe one of these days we'll have you on here to talk about your story, because he has an incredible story as well.
Oh yeah.
But Zade,
bro, we have obviously so much to dive into. But, on the funner side, I saw something random that you did a couple months back, and I always wanted to ask you about it. What's up with Joe Mazzulla? I mean, is he as strong as does he look strong? Does he feel strong? I know you did some training with him. How was that whole thing? How did it come together?
Bro, that was epic.
Yeah.
They were just in town randomly, and Eric Nixick from Vegas, Extreme Couture, one of the coolest coaches, he messaged me, yo, Joe Mazzulla's in town. He wants to train with you. And I said, wait, what? Yeah. He's like, yeah, he wants to just work out. He likes doing MMA. He does jiu-jitsu. And I was like, all right. And then I got the text. He like put us in a thread, and then he just like texted me on the side, and it was just like, I want to work hard. And I was just all right. Yeah. And it was just like, it's Joe Mazzulla. You know how you've seen his interviews and stuff like that. Yeah. So you're nervous how he's gonna be, but dude, he was so chill. He was cool, and he knows his stuff. He's good. And like the whole time, he's like looking at his watch, and he wanted his heart rate to be a certain like number.
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, push me hard, like try to kill me.
Yeah.
And so like all my workouts are always hard. Like you've been to War Room and everything. So like I never like shy away, but you're still like a little bit nervous because Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah.
But like he's like, bro, push me hard, pick me up, slam me. It's all good. And it was a fun time. And he's such a nice guy. He's like, yeah, I'll be back out here in September. So like, can we get another workout in, or whenever the Celtics are in town? Tickets on me. So like,
I mean, Jason Tatum's out, so maybe you could get like a 10-day contract.
I was trying, bro. And then it was crazy because I asked him about it. And he's like, bro, this honestly is the best thing for him. And I was like, why? He's like, because now he's going to find that dark place. There's players that go their whole career without finding that dark place. And it's kind of like with fighting, right? You don't find that dark place, and you've never been there. So you don't know how to react. He said now Jason Tatum, he's in his own head now. Now he can't do what he loves. So now he has to think of different things. His mentality is going to change. And that mentality is going to translate to him being on the court. Yeah. And honestly, like helped me out with my mentalities too, right? It's like when you lose, I'm the terrible loser. I hate losing. So the fact that I did that, now it's just putting you in a different place, a different mindset with training, with life. And I just can't wait for it to translate my next fight.
Yeah,
I could second that. Belal hates losing. We're bags partners, and I let you down,
bro.
We were undefeated for a while, but going into your loss, I want you to answer a 2-part question here. How was it transitioning from your loss to JDM to losing the belt? How is that now in your mind as you train to fight for another one, but you're not fighting for the belt right away. Let's talk about who you just tweeted against. Who are you fighting next? It's Ian Garry, and it is in Qatar, November 22nd.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, for myself, when you're on that long streak, I went 6 years without losing a fight. And, bro, I hate losing so much. So, like, when you lose a close decision like that, and then your mentality has to change. I'm not a guy who gives excuses or anything like that. So, there's a lot of guys that do that. For myself, it's like, what do we need to fix? Going back, rewatching it, looking at it, all right, we could have did this. It was a game of, like, it was a fight of, like, if this happened this way, it would have swayed this way. If it happened this way, this would have swayed that way. So my mentality now is like, there's gonna be no more swaying.
Watching it back, you saw where you made your mistakes. You saw what you should have
obviously
done.
there's mistakes.
Yeah.
For myself, I always have to have a goal. When I won the belt, that was my goal, achieving my goal. The next goal was to be the best fighter, pound for pound, that the UFC's ever seen, that these fans have ever seen. So my mentality was, all right, well, they don't think I can strike. I'm gonna strike. And I'm going to show you I can strike and I can box with anybody. I can fight with anybody. It didn't go the way I wanted it. But still from that fight, what I took from it, I still leveled up.
Yeah.
The mentality's still there. There's no breaking me. There's none of this. But like still the striking that I got from it, the experience I got from it, now the next fight is just going to be a whole different version.
Okay.
Myself, if you're not going into the next fight as a different version of your last fight, then you're stuck to where you are, and you're gonna get red and you're gonna get broken. Guys are gonna figure you out. So in fighting game, you always have to be evolving. That was my mindset with the last fight. This fight is gonna be way different. Ian, he's the hype, right?
Yep.
I was like, I don't want to fight nobody that's not right next in line for the title fight. He weighed in as the backup for that fight. So this is the fight that we win this. We go out here.
He's been calling for it.
Yeah, we go out here. We finish this guy. There's no one else. None of these guys else are fighting, right? Kamaru Usman's injured. He's not fighting. He's staying on the sidelines. He's 1-3 in his last 4 fights, and he's trying to talk a big game.
And I think there's more about the Usman. That's originally who you wanted.
Yeah, of course. That was the fight that made the most sense, right? We had our podcast where I slapped him, and you'd want to get your get back.
Yeah.
But the fact that he didn't, he knows that the slap hurt him, and he knows that it's just a bad matchup for him. So for my mentality as a man, for somebody to slap you and you to say no.
On your own podcast.
Yeah, on your own podcast. And for you not to post it or talk about it, it just shows me what type of person you are. He's a coward. So I moved on. Ian Garry's been calling for it. He's been asking for it. So now let's see if he backs up that talk.
So what would you say your strengths are versus Ian, and what do you look for? What do you acknowledge within Ian Garry?
I mean, we've seen his last fight where he's ready to break.
Yeah.
Like he's a smart fighter, right? He knows how to stick and move. He's a good runner. He'll run around the cage the whole time, and he doesn't care if it's a boring fight. He doesn't care if his goal is just to get his hand raised, and then we'll have all the excuses in the world for why he had to fight that way. When he fought Jeff Neal, and he ran the whole time. It was, why, man, Jeff is a beast, man. He's so strong. He's this. He's tough. He's blah blah blah. So I had to fight him that way. Oh, MVP, I had to fight him that way. He's tricky. So
what bothered me too, is in the interview today. He did an interview. I
didn't see it. Go ahead.
And he talked about how, I'm gonna knock this guy out, and I'm gonna make
said that about
statement.
Belal?
Yeah. And he said it today.
Wow.
He's like, I'm gonna knock this guy out. I'm gonna make it a statement. I'm like, bro, the last 5 fights that he had have all been decisions.
Knocked no one out.
And
Yeah.
it's like against Pradas, he was face down, ass up in the 5th round, like crawling away, literally. And now when you think about your fight too, this is such a big fight. He's talking about how it's a #1 contender fight, and obviously it's the biggest fight in the division right now, and yet it's 3 rounds. This should be a 5-round fight, and
Yep.
what happened?
Why
with
is
that
it
whole
3 rounds?
The
situation?
coward. As I said, coward Ian. He's afraid to go 5 rounds. He saw what happened with him his last fight with Pratas, and he knows 5 rounds with me is going to be
So
death
why
for
does
him.
he get to make that decision and you don't?
Because he's not willing to take the fight. So for
wow.
myself, it was like you either sit on the sidelines
or you take 3.
there's nobody else. You take 3. So my mindset is I'm going to break him. I'm going to finish him. I'm just going to start faster, and he's going to fold.
Good.
Dude, there's nothing else. But for him to talk about, I want to be a champion, I want to be this, and you're afraid to go a 5-round fight,
100%.
just take that out of your mindset. Take that out of your vocabulary.
I will
you'll never be
say
a champion.
something I noticed with him was he was proud to have lost to Shavkat. He was proud to survive the fight with Shavkat. Not that he wanted to prove he's human and that he didn't get knocked out. And that's been something I've noticed he brags about. And that's not, you would never brag about surviving someone.
Well, yeah, he talked about it like he won the fight, which
Yeah.
when he clearly didn't win the fight. Like, I never seen someone that proud over a loss. Like you said, it just, to me, it was the whole thing with Ian Garry and his persona and everything about him, like his teammate gets knocked out and he's like over there like they're just recording him, and he's like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't know if you guys pay attention to that. I forgot who got knocked out recently. I think it was Gene Silva, maybe.
It was.
And
he was holding Protez.
Yeah, or something
together,
like that. I forgot the exact moment. But
just weird, right? Because
weird.
When your whole persona and your whole thing is just like mimicking other people, stealing other people's lines, like you don't have your own personality.
Yeah,
he has lost aura. When everything came out about him, I will say that. I think he had a split personality. He's Brazilian. He was Irish. He was a Connor. And now, you know what I mean? Now it's funny. And when he goes into a new country, I notice he tries to adopt their culture so he can kind of get some of the fan base. But I think when you go to Qatar, you're going to come out walking tigers. They love you there. Qatar's yours.
There's the people over there. They're coming to the arena to watch me.
Yeah,
they're coming there to see me dominate Ian. And when I go there and I make that statement, and you have a prince walking into the cage to raise my hand, and there's gonna be nothing else but a title fight. And the title fight's the week before that. So for my mindset, it's I got to make the statement. There's nothing else that I could do but dominate this guy. And then once I dominate him, there's nothing else for me but the title fight.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and right now you have your boy fighting this weekend, which is our boy Brendan Allen. Trained with you now at VFS for this whole camp. How has it been? Like, has it been nice having him in camp? Like, what have you guys been working on, and what do you think about it?
Oh, bro, like, I think people sleep on how good he is talent-wise. Like, he's like the Allen Iverson, whereas like practice. We're talking about practice. Like, he's that good where he can just go into a fight. He's taking a fight like on a week notice where he knocked out Sam Alvey at 205.
Yeah.
Because he just has that natural ability. And he's a real fighter. Me and Tuka were talking about it. Like, when you're talking about real fighters, Tuka's like, I'm not a real fighter. Brendan's a real fighter. Like, look at this picture. It was a picture of him getting like uppercutted by Amavov and him standing there and like swinging right back.
He doesn't step backwards.
Yeah,
ever.
there's two type of guys, right? Yeah. Guys, if you get hit, they're going to fold. They're going to back down. They're going to, all right, I don't want to feel that again.
Yeah.
Like him, he's going to stand there. Oh, you hit me. I want to get it right back.
And how he performed against Vettori, never been a fan of Vettori. I want a bag on Brandon versus Vettori. They do say, though, Brandon is his own worst enemy. He is the best in the practice room, best in the training room. It depends which version of him that's going to show up. But this time, training with you in camp, running with you, wrestling with you, it's a whole new version of him. I think we're going to see you unlock something in him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I think because he did his last one with us too, Marvin, he was there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he said, bro, I loved it. So I want to come back here the whole time. So 5 weeks, he hit us up, bro, I got the fight. I had the opportunity. He said yes on like 5 seconds. And he's like, bro, I'm driving down right now. So like
he's an underdog on the card,
committed to it,
right?
Bro. Like,
What's his odds?
He's about plus 170 right now.
These are good odds to take. So as you can see, we might be a little biased, but I think this whole room's going to hammer Brandon Allen this week in the Vancouver card. Correct? You're flying out.
Yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow to the corner.
Okay.
And it's not even like bias. Like if I'm looking for skill, like Brendan Allen could grapple with the best of them, right? He's tapped out Muniz, who was hyped up. Like everybody didn't want to fight him. Then he finished Paul Craig. Nobody wanted to fight him. Like Brendan's resume, I think, is a lot better than the Ritter's. Yeah, he beat Robert Whittaker, but Robert Whittaker's small. He's a 170 pounder, and he's been on a downturn. And the way that fight was going, like it could have went Whittaker's way too. He just got held against the fence.
And I think Brendan is real polished everywhere. Like I don't see a ton. When you look at Brendan Allen, you don't really see weaknesses in his game that stick out to you, which I think is real interesting too. I mean, when you look at not just that fight, but like other fights in the past, he shows signs of greatness in him. And I think being with you guys, it's going to unlock it.
When I first watched Brandon, I was like, this guy's going to be a future champ. His legs are thick, the way he kicks, the way he bangs. So it depends. And the next fight, you're like, that's not the same one. Then the next one, you're like, that's the guy I knew. Yeah. That's the guy I was betting on. And with Rainer, I think, he's been an underdog the last 3 fights. First time he's a favorite, actually, in his last 4 fights. And he can endure. That's the thing is, he can take what a lot of people give. He's not the best striker. It's just he has a very strong will. He's hard to break. So Brandon's going to need to go out there round 1, round 2, and handle business, put him out.
But let's even look at his last fights that he was the underdog, right? You're looking at Whittaker, like I said. Whittaker had his moments. Yeah. Then before that, everybody's hyping up Bo Nickel. But Bo Nickel doesn't have that dog in him that Brendan had. No, when he got hit, he backed down. And he was afraid to grapple with him and wrestle with him. And then before that, Kevin Holland, who sucks, who fights every weekend, but he loses every other weekend.
Another fighter fighting on the Vancouver card I want to talk to you about. Kevin Holland versus Mike Mallet. And Mike Mallet is a local. He's a Canadian. I think it's pretty even odds. I'm hammering Mike Mallet. That's a good pick for you guys to take. I think he's a stud athlete. Cardio's there. Good on the ground. He's fast. Like you said, you're not a big fan of Kevin Holland.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that for a guy who talks so much and hypes himself up, when you're comfortable losing,
He's a money fighter.
it's a
He'll
different fighter.
take 10 fights a year.
Guys that, right. I'm the most active fighter, but like I tweeted out, I'm like, you're the most active loser.
Yeah.
Because you're fighting every other day, and when you're fighting nonstop, you're not getting better. You're not growing. Like you don't grow in camps. You grow outside of camps. And when you're fighting that often, like there's no possible way for you to get better. So you're gonna be that same guy that comes every single time. Mike Mallet, he doesn't fight as often, but like he showed a different version of himself his last fight. When he lost,
that was against your boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Radke.
he lost big to Magny, and everybody's like, "Oh, this guy's out of it." And then you go out there, you get to finish your last one. So now you got momentum right now. So, but this is your moment.
Like, I feel like they're building him up too. They gave him another Canadian card, Mallet.
Yeah.
And Kevin Holland is like he's a gateway keeper kind of fighter.
Yeah, you need to. If you get past him, all right, now
you're someone.
Now you can start moving up into the rankings. But if you can't get past Kevin Holland, you're only on Canada cards.
So do you like Mike? Do you like Mike?
For me, I didn't touch this yet.
Zade's not touching this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Zade's sharp.
Kevin Holland's a guy to me, like, he'll lose one, win one, lose two, win. He'll keep himself relevant. Like it depends if he's training. Like you gotta know if these guys are actually committed in training. Like Belal said, he's taking so many fights a year. How is he in the gym 5 days a week? Is he in the gym 6 days a week? Or is he just, taking the fight just to take the fight? Hey, he needs another paycheck and he just signs up. Where a guy like Mike, he comes in from Canada, I believe, as well. He's probably been training his ass off for this fight. So you probably lean that way, but I got to break down the tape. I haven't even watched tape on that yet.
I've been watching some tape on him, and again, it's who you're going to get, which Kevin.
Yeah.
But for me, I think maybe it's just a Canadian thing. I think Mike's he's a little goofy. Did you hear what he said after the Radke fight? He's like, "Canada, I stand for thee." I was like, "Oh fuck, man." So it's hard. He doesn't have that thug in him, that gangster, but he's an athlete. So I like Mike. Zade's not touching it. You like Mike over Kevin?
I like Mike
over Kevin.
Yeah, I think he's a grappler first too, but he has knockout power.
Okay,
and we've seen anytime somebody tries to grapple Kevin, he's usually on the bottom end of that.
Always on the bottom, trying to do something. So there's 2 picks for you. We like Brandon Allen and Mallet. Some of us do.
And now, like, going back to your division, because now a couple fights have been made. Obviously, you got the Sean Brady Morales fight, Michael Morales, and Morales is a guy that's a prospect coming up. I think you said he trained by you guys a few times. How do you see that fight playing out? And it's a fight where Brady's taking on the young up-and-coming guy that just beat Gilbert Burns. Brady's number 2, I think, behind you. Number 2. I think it's you, Brady, and then Leon. 3? Yeah. And you look at it like, okay, you win your fight. You already knocked Brady out. You already smoked Edwards. But Brady takes out this guy Morales. It's like it's just only you there. Like, what do you think about the fight stylistically?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Brady's taking it, you got to respect it, right? Because he wants to stay busy, whatever. But, like, it's a tough fight. Morales is huge. He's athletic. Like I said, he came.
Have you seen him in a dress
for like 5 weeks?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my god! Okay.
He said it was what? It's a holiday or something in their country.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
You should look it up. He looks great in a dress.
Okay,
but he's a different character. But he's a monster.
Yeah.
The thing with this one is
he is a monster.
Where the mindset of like, is Brady an athlete or is Brady a fighter? When I fought him, I didn't think he'd like to get hit. That was my mindset. You got to get in his face and you got to hit him. Morales hits you. Morales is big and he hits hard.
Morales hits you.
The only thing with Morales is he does stupid stuff sometimes, wild stuff.
Yeah.
Where he'll throw like flying knees, cartwheel kicks, and that's going to leave openings for Brady to get to take.
I think that's because he's young. He's new in the UFC.
Yeah, but like, bro, he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
So like,
he's learning.
He has that fearlessness in him.
Yeah.
But like, if Brady gets on top.
You made Brady look mortal. Everyone, you know how much shit I talked that. Oh my! You see all my comments. I get in trouble all the time on Instagram. I fight for Belal in the comment section harder than anyone, and I bet my house.
Yeah, I mean, his Brady performance was one of the best performances I've seen.
It shut up so many people. It changed so many people's view. That fight cemented you, and even with JDM, that was another where you lost, but people were like,
"It was a war."
Damn, who was that? They never knew.
Yeah,
and you really, you've shown that.
But that's the difference between like a mindset of a fighter or an athlete.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Brady's a great athlete. He's a great grappler. But it's like, do you have that dog and you win? Bro, I can't get the takedown. Am I going to fold?
What's next?
Yeah. Because like even when he fought Leon, I knew Leon wasn't a fighter. Like I knew if he got him down, Leon was going to break mentally. And then when you saw the third round when Leon shot a double leg on him, you're like, all right, well, he just gave up. He's looking for the way out now.
Yeah.
So like with Brady's last, 2 fights, when he fought him and then you fought Gastelum, I thought those were easy matchups for him. This is going to be that matchup where you're like, all right, well, Brady's real. He's really back. He really belongs in the top, too.
Yeah. Were you shocked with how easy he handled Leon, or you thought it would be similar to kind of, I mean, you kind of gave a blueprint of, I would say, how to beat him. and then he went out and executed it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Leon's mentality isn't strong enough. When you lose a fight after like not losing for a long time, it was like 9 years or something like that. He hasn't lost. It's like, what person's going to come back? He was a guy that was giving excuses for when I beat him. And when you're looking back, like I said, you could give excuses or you could be like, all right, I got to fix this. I got to get better here. I think he was looking for every excuse in the book of why he got dominated by me. And then he went into the Brady fight and the same thing each happened. So like, obviously you didn't fix anything.
Yeah.
And I know that he didn't have that mentality to come back. His next fight is
Carlos Pratis.
Pratis. So it's more of a striker, somebody that you don't have to worry about wrestling him. And we're going to see if he's there. Because, bro, when you start piling up losses, 1, 2, now it starts, it's different.
Like you said, Leon's ranked 3. I think Ian beats him. I think Brady beats him. I think Pratis beats. I think Leon is on the tail end down now. I don't think Leon's going to win another fight.
Well, like you said, it's his make or break fight. I think in this spot, it's like if he loses, there really is nowhere to go from here.
Yeah.
I just think overall, like you said, you need to look at yourself in the mirror after a fight like that, being dominated. But like, you not only beat him, like you said, you destroyed him. Like just mauled him round after round after round. So to not make adjustments going into the Sean Brady fight for something, I was like, kind of like, damn. Like, because Leon at the time, before you fought him, was right there as like one of the pound for pound best guys in the world. Like, people don't realize how good Leon
broke his everything.
Leon Edwards was the guy. Like, he beat everybody. He was on just as big of a win streak. I mean, when you talk about not losing in years, that was Leon Edwards.
Man, Kamaru Usman, who's supposed to be the GOAT, he dominated him, head kicked him, finished him.
That head kick
and Colby, who was supposed to be the next big guy, he destroyed him.
Why is Colby still on the roster? Can they just cut him? What is that?
I don't know. I think he's waiting for another money fight and just
there is no money fight. No one wants nobody
else.
I mean,
the top 15 are beating Colby.
Yeah,
he is done. Like, he needs to just take your Hall of Fame.
When you get dominated by Buckley, then Buckley gets dominated by Usman. It's like, all right, well, Colby really sucks. Like what we've said for years, Colby sucks. He really does suck.
No, he is we always say that.
I always break down, because I know you always talk about the cardio kickboxing match between like Colby and Usman, how everybody hyped it up as such a good fight. But man, it's like when you rewatch some of these fights, you're like, man,
he was not that good.
These guys are not that good.
No.
Like they really
the sport's evolved. You either evolve with the sport or you really
neither are good, bro.
I think, I mean, you open my eyes to that, especially like the styles of the fights is gonna it's gonna make an exciting fight, but it doesn't necessarily mean these guys are that elite boxing, kickboxing, and all that. And I think that was just a perfect style of both guys to like kind of show off on themselves, but they're not really at that level of like a high skilled where if Kamaru fight a guy like Belal, it's going to be a lot of problems for him. And that's why I think we don't see
I think that's why they
fight.
So Belal called Usman out several times. There was paperwork sent, everything, and the truth be told, Usman did not accept it.
Yeah, he was looking for every excuse in a book because they know, right?
You'll get him.
Even Usman, right?
Eventually.
He's 1-3 out of his last 4. So he knows if he loses to me, somebody who's going to talk and make in front of him and do that, then he's done.
Yeah.
But like if he waits and he hopes and he prays that there's some opportunity for him to fight another guy that he could wrestle and hold down, then maybe his name's still there. Maybe he can stay in the limelight.
And no disrespect, Usman's shot for Young LA, great model. He's like the Wakanda. He's like the Black Panther, Young LA. You know, like he's done great stuff for us, but you know, like that's my guy. Bilal's my guy. And speaking from not even you being my guy, just being a human with eyes.
Yeah.
That is going to be I think you finish that fight in first 2 rounds.
Bro, human with eyes, a person with ears, their podcast sucks. Like everything about them sucks. Yeah.
Bro, for me, it was the fight to make. Everybody wanted that fight.
Everyone. It made sense.
Everybody
it made
wanted
sense.
that fight.
But he should not be calling for a title. Like
I mean, if he's 1-3 his last 4 fights, like you said.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean,
you're not even getting your rematch.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So then let's say Islam JDM, whoever loses that goes to number 1. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Get Colby out of the top 15. Let's just go back to that. But let's go back to the card in Vancouver. There's some other fights on there I want to talk about because people are also here for your picks. Zade is very sharp to the point where there's books that won't even take your bets.
Yeah.
You know, because he knows
Fanatics,
UFC.
how are you?
So they might sponsor the show, right? So so I want to go over some of these picks. Do you like some of the over and unders? Who do you like this weekend? And Belal, you can give your take on these names as well. So Zade, who do you like this weekend?
I think Ayman Zahabi has looked really.
I do like Zahabi versus.
I think he's looked really well against Marlon
Cheeto
Vera. Yeah. And, you know, I think Vera's a warrior.
I'm a fan of Cheeto.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Cheeto. But I think when you look at, like Cheeto, he's kind of on his way out. Yeah. Like, we mentioned people on their way out and now people that are coming in trying to build a real name for themselves. Zahabi, obviously, he's coming off a nice win against, I think it was Jose Aldo.
I actually don't think Aldo got the right call in that fight. I thought Zahabi lost his last fight.
You thought Aldo beat him?
Yeah, I will say that.
I'd have to rewatch, but I think Zahabi's a guy that is like trying to obviously.
He was running ringside to ringside in that fight.
No, but Jose Aldo, remember he dropped him in the beginning of that third round, but then Jose Aldo was done.
Aldo gassed. He was done. If there was another round, he died. I thought he did enough though. The first two.
I would have to rewatch it, but I don't know.
I'm taking Zahabi.
I think Zahabi is one of those guys that are like now he's been in the gym, like he has obviously the best coach to be with.
Yeah.
And he's in a zone right now of training and doing the right things, and he's on a roll. And Chito Vera is a guy that is coming off losses. I mean, the O'Malley fight, he didn't really look that good, and he doesn't throw a ton of volume. And I think in this 3-round fight, I don't think he's going to throw enough volume to win a fight. I think.
Fun fact: I was dating Zahabi's cousin. Shout out Natalie. That's Natalie Zahabi's cousin. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, she's in Newport Beach. Hey, you know, like
this is that was random.
She's hot. She's Lebanese. You know, how you been?
All right, we're gonna cut that out. All right.
She got mad, because I was posting Zahabi lost that fight because I had a lot of money on Aldo.
Oh.
And she was like, "That's my cousin, you piece of shit." And I was like, I forgot it was her cousin. So there's a whole thing about that fight. That's what.
I think there's. I mean, not just this card. I mean, while we have you here, Umar versus Mario Bautista is a real big fight that's taking place in 2 weeks.
Bautista's a dog. He's got that Mexican heart, that will.
What do you think about that fight and how you see that main event? I mean, Bautista has looked really good. He's beaten a lot of people, and Umar obviously coming back from the ham.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Umar's a different level.
It's Umar and Merab both at the top. I don't think that it's going to be hard for anybody to beat either one of those two guys. Mm-hmm. But Bautista's, he's smart. He figures out a way. And then I think for Bautista, what messed him up is that Patchy lost his next fight. And he looked bad. Yeah. So, like, that when he first got it, I was like, oh, dang, he beat Patchy. He made him look stupid. But like,
I think Patchy won his last fight.
But I'm like, he didn't look as good.
No.
When Patchy
I didn't like that call.
Bellator, I thought Patchy was going to
be the guy.
Everybody, finish everybody. Then he's going to fight Merab. And then
different level of
a
talent.
Threat. But, bro, he didn't show anything. So, like, for Bautista, I think it leveled down that win. And I just think Umar's just so good, and he wants to
avenge
get that fight back.
Yeah.
Right? And he has to go out there and he got to get a finish against Mario because Merab's not. Bro, they're two like the nicest guys in the world, but they like have a hatred for each other. Where you're like, bro, how do you guys hate each other?
I think it stems from more of like Georgia and Dagestan. They have a whole thing with their culture. Like it's like group versus group.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, with them two for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, they're both like the nicest guys, and you're like, man, I don't want to sit there and like shake hands with this guy or that guy.
Because it looked like Umar got into Merab's head before that fight.
And that's what I think it was too. I think that Umar just like looked at him, like brushed him off.
Yeah,
because that's his mindset. But I don't think it's like a Umar I hate you mindset. I think it's just like their Dagestani mindset is just like they're just blunt.
Yeah,
like
they don't respect anyone because no one's as good as them.
No, they're just like, brother, we work hard enough.
Yeah,
it's like for God, right? Like whatever God has planned, it's what's gonna happen no matter what. So like they're not worried about it. They're not stressed out about it. And even after he lost, it was just like God's plan. That's the best plan. So that was meant to happen. So for him, I don't think it's excuses. I know people are like, oh, he broke his hand. And he did break his hand.
He was winning the first 2 rounds. Hand broke. That changed. Made a completely different fight after that. The level
between both of them, too, is just so close that you had to see a rematch.
Yeah.
But you got to get past Bautista.
Yeah.
It being in Dubai, I think is going to play huge in his favor. He's been out there doing his whole camp with Khabib, being the main coach. And Khabib is like the craziest coach. He's going to push him harder than he's ever got pushed before. And especially coming off his first loss, Khabib's not going to let him take a break. Yeah. And I think they got hyped because his brother just won.
Yeah.
Usman just won. So, I think he's going to be in a good place mentally to get a win.
Okay. Zade, another fight I want to bring up to you. I'm a big fan of Charles Jourdain. He's a Canadian as well. I love what he's doing online. He's funny. He's witty. But he's fighting Davy Grant. Davy's the underdog. Charles is a slight favorite.
Yeah.
And Davy's been showing he can endure. He's tough. He can box. But I like Charles.
I like Charles as well. I think it's lined right. I think Charles is like minus 175 right now.
160 right now.
160? Yeah. I mean, I would play it up to 175. I think Charles is worth a play.
Okay.
I think it's a spot where he could shine. And there's a lot of times where Charles like looks really well.
Either way, right?
People. Yeah. I think against Davy Grant, it's a spot where he could look real well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of that,
like
bully?
that spot.
Yeah, I like Jourdain. Like you said, he's wishy-washy. One fight, he looks like a monster. You're like,
and then
he's
like,
doing a Spartan kick, and then you're like, bro, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
But that's the leveling up of outside of camp. Like you have to be training, you have to be working, because if you're not, then the next guy's gonna figure you out.
Yeah.
So but coming off of a loss, like it's a different mentality now.
Yeah. And now I wanted to talk to you about another thing that you have going on, which is the War Room Academy. obviously been posting a lot about it. We see a bunch of guys. Our boy Mej is in there. I did it one time. I was dying. I couldn't breathe after like maybe 40 minutes.
How'd Mej do?
Apparently he's bullying people over there. I don't know what's going on over there. He thinks he's like a tough guy.
Okay.
I don't know,
be a reality show.
Okay.
Listen, I just want like a 2-minute spot.
I heard he's
just
stirring
2 minutes,
shit up.
nothing
Yeah.
longer. But yeah. Well, I'll get him. Just I'm a 2-minute guy. After 2 minutes, I guess out.
That's what she said.
But bro, tell me about it. Like, how has it been going, and what do you envision it becoming in the future?
Honestly, we envision it to be in one of the biggest gyms, one of the biggest platforms. We have War Room meals coming out this weekend. It's gonna be the first like halal meal prep company. We're starting in Chicago, but
that's gonna be huge.
That's the biggest issue, right? Like even with when I'm training people and I'm putting through workouts, they don't realize how big nutrition plays a part in it. Like you're sitting there working out for months. Oh, I'm not seeing anything. The scale is still the same. I'm still gaining weight, but 90% of people think just because I got a workout in, I could go eat McDonald's or I could eat this or I could eat that. Like I earned it. Like you don't earn that meal. Like there's so many good recipes, healthy recipes. Working with some of the best nutritionists in the world that I'm like, bro, this is good food. This is good fuel. Like, why are you eating this when this is really good food for you, good fuel for you? So for my mindset, it's just like changing people's mindsets of what they think healthy lifestyle is.
Yeah.
Like even with working out, like our stuff isn't, we're not making you do Olympic lifts. We're not making you do this. It's like stuff that's going to help build you into a better version of yourself.
So this will be local to Chicago, and you're going to have delivery to door. What? How? Explain.
Yeah, door to door in Chicago, and then nationwide after that.
Okay.
But even with War Room, we have our small group now, but we're going to make it into a bigger gym, and then we have an online program as well where we have we're training people online already. So
and who are some of the guys at the gym right now? I know you guys got Nacho, you got Radke, right?
Yeah, I mean, all those guys, they're all play a big part in it. For me, it's me, Horacio, and Max.
Yep.
Horacio has been with me since I literally became a pro fighter.
Yep.
And now he's in my corner every single time.
Great
Max
dude.
has been our
Great
guy
dude.
too. So, like, when I look at them and we all on the same page. We're all on the same mindset. And they're all health conscious. So, my passion is for health. My passion is to help people. So if I could do all that and make them healthy and for themselves to gain something from it, it's a win.
Yeah, 100%.
Now to veer off, just how we all came together here. I think it's crazy. I think it was 4 years ago, like 7 wins ago. I reached out to you and I said, I know you're going to be a champ. Have dinner with me. And I wined and dined you. I dressed all nice for you. And I was like, sign this contract. And I got Belal to come to Young LA, and it's been a wrap ever since. I've been to your fights. We're on each other's couches. It's been great, to see you become and thrive. I think no one deserves it more than you. You're a great man.
My brother, it's been a brotherhood since we met each other, and it just clicked, right? It wasn't like a
wasn't
business
forced.
thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
When you know real people, when you have real people in your life, like I said, it's a small circle. Even when you lose a fight, it's quick to see who leaves and who are the fake people around you. But the real ones that are always going to be with you no matter what, that just care about your health, those are the ones that you fight for. Those are the ones that you get up for and work for.
100%. Zade,
Yeah.
we came together because of Mej.
Yeah,
So,
it's crazy how
incredible.
everything works out. Everybody meets people the right way, and you meet good people. And
I heard
as
of you because he's so sharp. This guy is like calling Aiden Ross, telling him who to bet on. He's with Steve Will Do It. He's at the casinos at Baccarat and Blackjack, and he's killing these books, and he's crushing them.
Thank you.
You and Mej, So
Yeah.
it's been incredible to meet you.
Yeah,
And
it's awesome. And like for everyone watching the pod, like we're gonna be giving out picks every single week, and not just we don't want to keep it just like picks and UFC related. We're gonna bring on so many different guests from a lot of different avenues.
that's what this pod's about. We don't
Yeah.
want it to. It's not going to be just fighting. We're going to bring on football players, basketball players. We're going to
Yeah.
bring on young LA athletes, businessmen, entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about food companies like you just did, right? We're going to talk about drink companies. My boy's brand, Jake. Shout out Jake Spade. We're going to talk about. We want this pod to not just be about gambling. You're going to get our picks in here, but you're going to see different walks of life. You're going to learn business, money, different stories, successes. Before and afters kind of thing of everyone's journey and route. And I guess this was our first feel out one, and
Yeah, no, for sure, and it was awesome, especially having Belal on. Like, thank you for coming on. And
thank you.
No,
bro,
This was right after practice. He came,
Yeah.
literally finished practice at 5:30, drove here, showered upstairs, gave him a towel, showered here, changed his clothes, hopped down here to film the
It's
pod.
the best podcast I've ever been on, bro. Joe Rogan ain't have no showers.
Oh man, no, Joe Rogan didn't give you a shower.
Yeah, and just wanted to wrap up with one more fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, Islam and JDM, you've been with both of them. You obviously fought JDM and you've trained with Islam a bunch. How do you see that fight going down, and what do you think about it overall?
I mean, I think my mindset, I think Islam can finish him on the ground for sure. And especially it's like we saw it with DDP. If you never felt one of those Dagestani style wrestlers, like you don't want it to be your first time in the cage feeling it.
Yeah.
And Islam and them, they have a different feel. They have a different type of grappling. So for JDM, even in our fight, he makes mistakes on the ground. He does a lot of stuff that
When you tossed him
yeah.
in that 5th round,
I was screaming.
he was like pressuring into you, and you just hit him with the
Yeah.
perfect
Feet
throw.
overhead, 5-point move.
Yeah,
Literally.
and it
5-point
was a
move.
beautiful, and that's the thing that stuck out to me. Where like that was one of the biggest moments of the fight.
biggest.
Man, like watching your fight
Yeah.
back, it was such a sick, like it was just a war. Like,
Yeah.
I was waiting to
amazing.
hear your name.
It was amazing, bro. It really was one of the best fights I've ever seen you like.
Yeah.
It was an amazing fight. It really was.
No, I mean, and like you always want to be involved in a fight like
Yeah.
that, but you always want to get your hand raised too.
For
right?
sure.
You went to war.
Especially because when you see stuff, especially having like being in Canada, Rory McDonald against Robbie Lawler was like one of my favorite fights coming up, and you're like, man, I want to have one of those.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah, right. But then again, when you're thinking about longevity, you're thinking about mindset, you're thinking about the end of the day, I got to get my hand raised.
Yeah.
So this fight right here, it's going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to go out there. It's going to be, I think, a night where you see Ian break, fold, and I think the world's going to open their eyes again. We're like, dang, this guy changed again. He's better again. How could he keep growing?
I can't wait to read
Yeah.
and see what they say
and
after.
I just want to just say, Ian, if you're talking about this being a championship level fight, and obviously it's a number 1 contender fight, if you're gonna say that, take the fight at 5 rounds. I mean, if I'm you, I would want this fight to be 5 rounds too. I would make a phone call and let's see who the best is, not just run
Don't be
around.
scared, homie.
Yeah,
I agree.
don't be
100%,
scared.
100%.
We want to see it all.
100%.
My
Got
brothers.
you.
Bigger than that, Zayd, any over and unders? Are those all your picks for this weekend?
Those
That's
are.
what you got?
That's
I
it.
like
Yeah,
it. That's
this
a safe.
is-
There's
this
about
is
3
a
or 4 in there.
small card for us.
It
yeah.
is a small card. There's
Yeah.
no championship belt. You'll be out there cornering your boy, Brandon Allen. Bring it home to back to Chicago when you come train.
Best of luck, brother.
Best of luck. And thank you for coming, Bully.
Always,
Love you very
brother.
much, brother.
Thank you so much.
See you, boys.
Of course.